Hello everybody, this is SuperFang99. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today we are going to be playing Scenario 4, The Unspeakable Oath. Last time we played Echoes of the Past, you can watch that video right over there. We did a pretty good job. Min with the Necronomicon and scavenging and grinding stones seems pretty busted. With that out of the way, let's start with some Investigator Setup by drawing our opening hands. So, Yorick here is going to draw Overpower, Hit Me, Derringer, Beat Cop, and Chainsaw. Wow. I think I'm actually tempted to keep the Beat Cop. I'll toss everything else though. Looking for some more items like Schaffners and bandages and Cherokee Stick, of course. Machete, Overpower, Stand Together. Okay, not great. Stand Together is nice to hopefully get us going on the second turn. Alright, Min is going to draw. I guess we're hoping for the Necronomicon. Look what I found. Shortcut. Look what I found. An Analytical Mind and Scavenging. We haven't actually played with the Analytical Mind yet, so I want to play that card, I think. I think I'll also keep the Scavenging. No. I think we have enough. Well, okay. Hopefully with the Analytical Mind, we'll have enough draw. So I'm actually just going to toss everything. Look what I found are obviously good, but I want to get more of my assets out first, I think. Oh, okay, there's Dr. Mylan. Lucky Eureka Cuts. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to zoom in here. And here is Scenario 4, The Unspeakable Oath. Check campaign log if the followers of the sign have found the way forward, they have not. So we go to Otherwise, skip to Intro 2. Over the course of the next few days, you delve into the evidence you've collected, hoping to find any information regarding Daniel Chesterfield, a stagehand during the previous productions of The King in Yellow. As far as you can tell, he is the only surviving member of that production's cast and crew. The rest of them, that is, those for whom you can find any records at all, disappeared or died soon after opening night in a variety of fashions, connected only by their morbidness. Freak accidents, suicides, vanishings. It would seem that Daniel is your only lead, if you are to investigate further. According to the records you found, he was admitted to Arkham Asylum many years ago. All documentation about Daniel's treatment seems to end there. You're unsure if he's even still alive. Perhaps he was cured and released. You were hoping to avoid this, but there seems to be only one way to find out. You collect your belongings and head downtown towards Arkham Asylum. Intro 3, it's all the way down here. As you enter the asylum, you stop to speak with the receptionist, though you feel your body urged to step deeper into the clutches of this madhouse. He gives you a confused expression as you tell him of the King in Yellow and of Daniel, but at your insistence, he pores through his file cabinet, eventually pulling out a stark white folder. Inside is a wealth of information about the patients admitted to the asylum, medical records, psychiatric evaluations, and the like. You recognize a few of the faces as he flips through the pages. Daniel Chesterfield, yes? He is admitted under the special care of Dr. Minst, but you can't see him. His level is restricted to staff only. You argue and insist to be let into the patient wing, knowing that Daniel must hold the key to understanding what is really going on. The receptionist gives a pitying smile and relents, nodding to the security guards nearby. Oh, of course, he says with all the honesty of a street peddler. I will schedule a meeting for you with Dr. Minst so you can speak with him about Daniel. These gentlemen will see you in. Relieved that you will soon get the answers you seek, you are escorted into the patient wing of Arkham Asylum. Okay, check campaign log. If Constance Dumaine is listed under VIP's interviewed, proceed to Constance's information. She is. You recall what Constance had told you when you spoke with her during her hellish dinner party. She and the other members of the cast and crew had been told by the director, Nigel Engram, to take some kind of oath. At first, she'd written it off as the whim of an eccentric artist, something Mr. Engram did as a strange formality to unite and strengthen the bonds of the cast and crew. And to his credit, she claimed that it had worked. Ever since they'd taken his strange oath, she and the other members of the troupe felt much more confident and full of spirit. Perhaps Daniel had a similar experience during the last production of The King in Yellow. You must speak with him about this. Each investigator places the top card of their deck face down in their play area without looking at it. Treat this card as a courage asset with 0 cost, no icons, and 2 sanity. Discard this card if it leaves play for any reason. Alright, so that is Yeah, I'll do that later. Setup. Gather all cards from the following encounter sets: the Unspeakable Oath, Haster's Gift, Inhabitants of Carcosa, Delusions, Decay and Filth, and Agents of Haster. These sets are indicated by the following icons. Alright, let's go grab those right now. Alright, so we have the Unspeakable Oath, Haster's Gift, Inhabitants of Carcosa, Delusions, Decay and Filth, and Agents of Haster. So let's just quickly get these to the side. I'm going to need to do some stuff with these, but for now I will set them aside. Okay, set each monster enemy among the gathered encounter sets aside in a separate pile. There should be 7 monster enemies in total. Okay, so I won't show them on screen, but here are 2. So here's 2 of them, and then 1, 2, 4 of them, and then there's 3 more in here. Where are they? There they are. So that's 7. Okay. Set those aside. And set each possessed enemy among the gathered encounter sets aside as a separate pile as well. Okay, so there is 4 here. And then there should be 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So here are the possessed enemies. Randomly choose one of the copies of Asylum Hall's Eastern Patient Wing and 1 copy of Asylum Hall's Western Patient Wing. Remove those copies from the game. Put the remaining Asylum Halls into play. Each investigator begins play at an Asylum Halls of their choice. Set each following card aside out of play. Put the following locations into play. So let's do those right now. Okay, let me zoom out. Ooh. Move this. Okay, so let's put this over here. Acts. Okay, so there are 2 Western Patient Wings. We're gonna remove one of them, odd and then even. So even, so we remove this one. We're gonna put into play that one, and then we have 2 Eastern Patient Wings. Actually, let me shuffle these around. Okay, same thing. 3, so that's the top one. Okay, and that one's gonna go here. Okay, so then we set the other locations into play. Mess hall, kitchen, yard, garden, infirmary, basement hall. So, excuse me. Okay, so Western halls is there, Eastern halls is there, kitchen is over here, mess hall is there, infirmary is over there, yard is there. Oh, we need 1 more. Garden is up there, and then this basement hall is down here. Okay, and then I believe. Let's see. Let's see what else. Okay, where do we begin? Asylum halls of their choice. Okay. We're gonna try and stick them together, I think. Excuse me. So we put them here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Based on your difficulty level, add the following chaos chunk to the chaos bag. So we are playing on standard, so we have a -3. I'll add that to the chaos bag. Check campaign log. Hold on. Put the following locations in play. Page. Oh, sorry. Okay, we should have set aside each copy of patient confinement. That's these locations. Okay. Sorry about that. And also Daniel Chesterfield, of course. Okay. Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of Act 2 you should be used during this scenario. Each other version of Act 2 is removed from the game. If you took On It class, we did not, so we used the Real Bad Ones version 2. Real Bad Ones version 2, remove version 1 from the game. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. And I think that's it for setup. All right, I'm going to go finish this. And we are now ready to begin. So let's take a look at our first agenda. If we zoom in right here. Locked inside. The patient wing of the asylum is far quieter and lonelier than you had expected. The hall reeks of chemicals and body odor. As soon as you are escorted inside, the doors behind you are closed and locked tight. To Doom Threshold. Arkham Asylum. Aside from the few patients giving you a wide berth, there aren't any orderlies or doctors around to speak with. Looks like you'll have to find Mr. Chesterfield on your own. We need a total of 6 clues to advance. We are playing on standard difficulty, so we have 3 skulls, which are a -1. If you fail, randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it. And we have 2 other things, which is a 0. Either randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it, or this test automatically fails instead. That's a little spooky. We are starting at Asylum Hall's Western Patient Wing. The pleasant atmosphere of the reception area disappeared as soon as Dr. Mintz shut the thick iron door behind them. The temperature dropped to a clammy chill, and a foul, sharp stench hung in the air. Mallory O'Meara, the investigators of Arkham Horror. 2 shards, 0 clues. After you defeat a possessed enemy at this location, draw a card. That's pretty cool. As they walked through the meandering stone halls of the sanatorium, Carolyn began to feel uneasy. It seemed like it would be very easy to get lost. Okay, so we are ready to begin. They are there, and let's zoom out. We have our courage. Sorry, I didn't forget to do them in. We have our courage assets that can soak 2 horror until they're discarded. I hope it's not something good. Or at least it's something that can recur, of course. So, Yorick. Geared up. It's just going to be a machete. Boop. And that costs 3. So 2. Sorry, not a machete, a chainsaw. What am I saying? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, any number of item assets. Okay. And then short supply. So, discard top 10. Barrier the Deep. God damn it. Beat Cop, Schaffner's, Gravedigger Shovel, Machete, Cherish Keepsake, Stand Together, Fine Print, Cherish Keepsake, and Vicious Blow. Okay, I am totally okay with that. I don't care that I lost Barrier the Deep. If I draw an Elder Sign, I can just get it back. Woo! Okay, that was pretty sick. And that's Will's turn. As for Min, she's going to play Dr. Mylan, as always. Good old buddy Dr. Mylan. I'm not using location connectors here since it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. It just connects like this and like that. And then she's going to move up to the yard, I think. The fresh air and the illusions of freedom make the asylum's courtyard a common gathering place for patients. Through the barred windows, dead tree branches sway in the wind. Gray, overcast skies trap the asylum in a dull limbo. 1 shroud, 1 per clue. While you're investigating the yard, it gets +1 shroud for each horror on you, so that's nothing. As an action, if there are no clues on the yard, take a damage. Remember that you incited a fight among the patients. Spoilers, we're going to want to do that. The garden, the basement halls, and the kitchen also all say, the door leading into the kitchen is locked. You cannot enter the kitchen. So we played, moved, and let's investigate. We are 4, 5 to 1. We don't have anything to commit to this, do we? Maybe later. -3, we succeed. We get a clue and a money. Clue, resource. All right, that is their turn. Let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw a Gravedigger Shovel, and we'll gain a resource. Min will draw Perception, and we'll gain a resource. Excuse me. There is 1 out of 2 Doom in play. The first encounter card of the day for Yorick is Whispers in Your Head, Doubt. You cannot play events. Do we have any events? We have Stand Together. Oh, I would have liked to play that. That's sad. And Min will draw Walls Closing In. Revelation, test, willpower X, where X is the shroud value of the location. If you fail, you must either take a horror for each point you failed by, or randomly choose 1 enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it in the act deck without looking at it. We are currently 4 to 1. Yeah, let's do it. That is a -1. We are good. Okay. I think we're going to try and investigate, incite the fight, and then move back down so that Yorick can double action do this and then stand together. I think that sounds like a good plan. Actually, yeah, let's do it. So we're going to investigate. We're 4 to 1. +1. Get a clue. We're going to incite a fight, so we take a damage. And then we're going to move down. Okay. York is going to take 2 actions to discard these whispers in your head. Then he's going to play a stand together so that everyone gets 2 resources. We also successfully investigated, so that Min should have gone to resources as well. All right. That is their turns. Let's go to upkeep. York will draw bandages. That's pretty good. Okay, resource. Min will draw Eureka. Ooh, God, there's a lot of draw in this hand right now. 2 Eurekas and a perception with analytical mind. Sounds pretty fun. Not at the same time, of course. We are advancing. The Patience. Speaking with the Patience is proving more difficult than you had assumed. They eye you cautiously and refuse to answer any of your questions, backing away or fleeing if confronted. Either they are not used to guests, or something about you is causing them a considerable amount of distress. The longer you remain in this place, the more you notice a change in their demeanor. A flash of yellow in one's eyes catches your attention. Are they being controlled? Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each of the set-aside possessed enemies into the encounter deck. The lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it. Okay, first, I'm going to put a horror on here to indicate that I've done that. Then, here are the possessed enemies. Yep. So, shuffle that in with this. And then we're going to randomly put a monster enemy beneath the act deck. Okay. Oh, whoops. That card should be in there. Okay. And then we have 7 monster enemies. So I'm going to roll a d8 to determine which one goes underneath the act deck. D8. Oh, that's a D10. D8. Where are you? Here you are. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. I'm going to put that over here just for clarity's sake. Okay. That is our first agenda down. And we have Torturous Descent. The longer you spend in this hellish place, the more you want to leave. Already it has felt like days. You fear that if you are stuck here much longer, you will become like the Patience, a husk of your former self, unruly and dangerous. 7 Doom Threshold. And our encounter cards, York will draw the Yellow Sign. Test for willpower. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your deck for a madness weakness. Draw that card and shuffle your deck. So he's currently 3 to 4. Could have Min try and help with this. She has a guts. Let's do that. Min's going to also use her ability, so that gives +3. So York is 6 to 4. -4. Dang it, we fail. So, we take 2 horror. We're going to kill the courage asset. It is a Derringer. That's not bad. Search your deck for a madness weakness. I don't think he has one, but we will search nonetheless. That's not a madness. That's not a madness. So, okay. And shuffle the deck. All right, and Min's card is another Walls Closing In. She is 4 to 2. She can afford to also take 2 horror. I want to pass this though, so let's try Eureka out. So she is 4-5 to 2. Skull -1. We're good. So let's do Eureka. Old keyring, look what I found perception. We're gonna take a look what I found. Shuffle these up, and that is good. Okay, so we have a lot of options now. Min could obviously play. Excuse me. Min could obviously play her analytical mind York is probably going to play Beat Cop and head over to the mess hall. I think that does sound like the best way to go. So let's try that out. Okay, Eureka is gone. This is gone. Yeah. So York is going to spend all 6 of his resources, 5, 6, to play Beat Cop and Bandages. I love this combo. I'm so glad I was able to actually get it up and running just now. Basically, Beat Cop, you can exhaust him, deal a damage to it, deal a damage to an enemy, and then this will heal the damage off him to do it again. So good. Last action, let's move to the mess hall. A wide open doorway leads into the asylum's mess hall, where patients would have their meals. It's quieter than you expected. There are no chairs scuffling, dishes clanking, or patients speaking with one another. 2 shroud, 2 per clues. Forced, after you successfully investigate the mess hall, choose and discard a card from your hand. Rows of tables are covered in dirty dishes and stale food. You get the feeling they took mess too literally here. Victory 1. And that's William's turn. Min's going to move over here. She's currently 5-2. We're going to play Analytical Mind. That costs 3, so that leaves us with 4 left. And then we're going to investigate. We're going to commit a perception to hopefully recover after discarding some cards. So, okay. We are 4, 5, 6, 7. We've already used our ability. We are 6-2, 7-2, sorry. Oh, also, after you commit exactly a card, you draw a card now. So she draws Scavenging. Okay, good. -4. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. We're good. So, after you successfully investigate, we choose and discard a card from our hand. I think it will be this Lucky. I might be able to get that back with a Resourceful at some point. Then we draw a card from Perception, Magnifying Glass. Then we get a clue. This is gone. And let's see, we moved. We played Analytical Mind. We investigated. We might as well also play a Magnifying Glass, I think. Yep. Yeah, why not? All right, let's go to Upkeep. York will draw a Derringer. Gain a resource. Min will draw a Shortcut and gain a resource. Also, sorry, she also successfully investigated with, so Dr. Milan would give her another resource, putting up to 5. Okay, there is 1 of 7 Doom. York is gonna get a straitjacket. God damn it. Okay, this sucks. Revelation. If there is no copy of Straitjacket in your threat area, put it into play in your threat area as an asset that takes up a body slot and 2 hand slots. Return each asset in those slots to your hand. This card cannot leave play except by the below ability double action to discard. I hate you so much. At least it goes back to my hand. That's so annoying. Min will draw. You kind of play events. Aw, I was planning to play these things. All right. Min's gonna go first. She's gonna double action discard this, and then investigate 4, 5, 6 to 2. Yeah, we're gonna commit Eureka, and then we don't have to worry about getting our icon. So we committed exactly 1 card, so we draw a card. It is a Lucky. And now we are 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. Skull is a -1. We do not fail. We successfully investigated, so we will discard this Lucky. A little unfortunate. I guess we could have discarded the Magnifying Glass now that I think about it, but that's fine. Let's do a Eureka. Oh, okay, we're taking the Arcade Glyphs. I think that'll help us speed things up substantially. Excuse me. Okay. And then we get a clue. Okay, Yorick, you're going to double action Straitjacket. Then get a resource. If only the chainsaw. I wish I'd used the chainsaw first, if it was possible. All right. Upkeep. Yorick will draw a Vicious Blow. That'll be good to at least satiate us for a while. Min will draw Ice Pick. Oh, also, sorry, Dr. Mylan should have gained a resource for her. Ice Pick is going to be awesome, actually. I think that's brilliant. All right, we're at 2 of 7. York draws Puppet of Hester. After it engages you, you must either take a horror or Puppet of Hester gets +3 fight until the end of the investigation phase. We will just get... Can we do this testlessly? I don't know. Well, I think we'll take a horror. Yeah, because we have Beako. And Min will draw Ooze and Filth. Everything gets +1 shroud. That's totally fine. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. So let's have Min go first. She's gonna play an Ice Pick fast. She's gonna investigate the mess hall. She is 4, 5, 6. Exhaust the Ice Pick for 7 against 3 because it has +1 shroud. Yeah. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 to 3. -1. All right. So we did successfully investigate, so we need to discard a card from our hand. It's going to be this shortcut, I think. We also get a resource. And then we will discard the Ice Pick to get 2 clues. All right. We have enough to advance, so we will as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5, 6. Here we go. Key to the basement. Turning a corner, you nearly bump into the nurse with into a nurse with a light brown hair and sharp features. You tell her about the violent patients and the strange things you've seen, but she doesn't listen. When you inquire about Daniel, she informs you that he is a patient of Dr. Minst and that he resides in the secured basement level. Unfortunately, she refuses to let you into that area of the asylum. The investigators must decide. Choose one. Any investigator tests Combat X to intimidate her into giving you the keys, Agility X to steal the keys from her, and Intellect 4 to persuade her to give you the keys, or you knock her over and grab the keys. How are we with Intellect right now? Not doing so hot. So let's do Combat. Combat 4, we are 4, 5, 6, 7 with Min's ability 8. 8 to 4. Oh! Huh. Here's a plan. Yeah. Here's the plan. Okay. So instead of committing overpower, we commit the chainsaw. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we might as well give the icon. 9 to 4. Actually, no. We're gonna save that icon. So 8 to 4. -1. All right. Chainsaw goes away. So, if successful, advance to Act 2A. If failed, you have to do a thing. However, we were successful. So, Act 2A. The Really Bad Ones, version 2. Let me just 100% confirm that is the one we should be using. Yes, version 1 is if you took the Onyx Clasp, and we did not do that. Daniel is somewhere in the secured basement where the most dangerous patients are kept. Now that you have the key, you can explore the area of the asylum. Ignore the text on the unrevealed side of Arkham Asylum locations. Objective: find the patient confinement location with Daniel Chesterfield. You will be instructed when to advance. You got it. All right. Min, what did she do? She investigated. That's all she did, right? Yes, that's all she did. So next, she's going to play Scavenging for 1. And then I think she's going to leave. Is she? Yeah, we're going to check out the kitchen, and then we're going to go over here and then down there. I think that works. The narrow door in the back of the mess hall is locked. The scent that strikes you from behind the door is foul and repugnant. 2 shroud, 1 per clues. As an action, if there are no clues on the kitchen, test 2 willpower to succeed. Remember that you set the fire in the kitchen. So yeah, as a reminder, what we did was we investigated, we moved, and then Sorry, we investigated, we played scavenging, and then we moved. Yep. I'll leave it there. Okay, Yorick. You are going to take an attack of opportunity, taking a damage and a horror to gain a resource. Then you're going to fight the Puppet of Hastur. You're going to commit an overpower. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. Yeah, 7 to 2. Skull is a -1. We do not fail. So we will draw a card off overpower. A backpack 2. That's, I don't know if that's good at this point, but it's fine. We will deal it a damage, and then we'll exhaust B-Cop, deal B-Cop a damage, heal the damage off of B-Cop with bandages, killing the Puppet of Hastur. We have defeated an enemy, so we will play Chainsaw. Alright, that was the trick. Now, I'm ready for another straitjacket. It's gonna come. Last action. What is last action? Gain a resource. Yeah. We are down on money right now. Or, yeah, no, gain a resource. Alright, let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw a knife. That's fine. That's good for corrosion, I think. Min will draw Inquiring Mind. Ooh. There is 3 doom out of 7. Yorick's encounter card is Dance of the Yellow King. This should be gone as well. If there are no possessed enemy in play, gain Search. Got it. Yorick draws another Puppet of Hastur. I think we're okay with having it have +3 fight. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 5? I mean, it'll work. Yeah, 7 to 5 will work. So we'll have +3 fight. Min will draw. Ooh, Seer of the Sign. That's annoying. Move. Okay, that's good. When it engages you, take a damage and then deal a damage back. Damage. Alright, Yorick, your time to shine. We're going to fight with Chainsaw. We are 4, 5, 6, 7 against 5. 7 to 5. We'll commit a knife and a machete. To go 9 to 5. Skull is -1. It is dead. Those things are technically not in our discard pile yet, but we can look to see if we want to play anything else. Oh, we do have a Cherished Keepsake. Yeah, those are good. Oh, we do have Schaffners also. Oh, let's play Schaffners. Yeah. That costs 2, comes with 5 secrets. There we go. Okay, then we move. Then we Chainsaw again. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. Zero. Good. Is dead. 3 damage. Alright, Min, you are going to investigate 4, 5, 6 to 2. You're going to commit Inquiring Mind. You committed exactly 1 card, so you will take an Analytical Mind. Okay. We're still in the free triggered ability window, so we'll play... No, we're not doing that. Don't need to do that. So we are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might as well go 10 to 2. Ooh, I think we need to take the tempo. So we're going to take a monster. There's 3 auto fails in the back, huh? That does sound about right. Okay. Sorry. 6. Okay, bottom one. All right. So we get a 0. We did succeed by at least 2, so we will scavenge the ice pick back. And then we will play the ice pick for 1. And then we also get a money from Dr. Mylan. Okay, that was first action. Second action, investigate again. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. That's a -1. Good clue. All right, so then we're gonna try and do this willpower test. We are 4 to 2. 4 to 2. I think that's pretty solid. We do have 2 -3s in the bag, but I think it's pretty solid. Oh, auto fail. Okay. Well, honestly, if anything was an auto fail, it was that one. That's fine. Okay, let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw. Ooh, the graveyard ghouls. Something to kill at least. Get a resource. Min will draw another archaic cliffs, and then we'll get another resource. Okay, we're 4 of 7. Yorick will draw. Haunted Patient. 2/2/3. Humanoid possessed. Spawn nearest asylum halls. Praying most sanity. Force when you attack Haunted Patient, take a horror. Okay, a little bit there. Min will draw. Descend into Madness. If you have at least 3 horror on you, lose an action. We do not. Wall is closing in. So we are 4 to 2 right now. And that's, yeah. -1. We succeed. Okay. So also we have a graveyard ghouls we need to deal with. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Okay. Chainsaw. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we did fail, so Chainsaw, I will put a supply back on it. Does not have Retaliate, so we're good. Go again. With the Chainsaw, at least. -4. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. We are good. 3 damage to the graveyard ghouls. We will bring back Knife off of Schaffner's. And then last action, move. Okay. Min. We're going to try this willpower test again. 4 to 2. Honestly, I don't think we need 2 of these. Kind of feels bad. That's fine. 4, 5, use our ability 6 to 2. We committed exactly 1 card, so we draw a card. Perception. That's good. +1. We got it. Okay, so we did that one. Okay. Second action move. Don't want to go in there. Does not have Hunter. I guess we'll play the archaic list, yeah. Costs 2, it has 3 charges. Alrighty. Does not have Hunter. This one does, so we are good. Got to upkeep. Yorick will draw another Knife. Okay, resource. Min will draw a shortcut. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, resource. Okay, there's a total of 5 Doom out of 7. Yorick will draw. Corrosion. Our stride value is 2. So do we have 2? Yeah, we do. We will discard. Excuse me. Is it the Gravedigger Shovel? I think it is. Yeah. That's fine. And then Min will draw Roach Swarm. Okay, so that goes onto her. Has fight 2. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. How efficient do we want to be? I'm debating whether or not to play this Vicious Blow. I need to save it for the monsters, I think. Because that's going to be a doozy. So what I can do is swipe with the knife, and then move here, and then chainsaw it. No, sorry, and then throw the knife. And I think that's fine. So York is gonna fight with a knife. 4, 5, 6 to 2. 6 to 2. Zero. So we deal a little damage, and then we'll use Beat Cop and a bandage to deal the second damage to kill it. Then he'll move here, disengages, and then he will throw the knife. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. When you attack it, take a horror. Okay. Ooh, okay. Guess we're getting another one. I'm just gonna take the top one. I've mixed these up. I mixed these up enough, I think. So just take the top one. All right. That dealt 2 damage because I threw the knife. It is dead. I defeated an enemy, so I will draw a card. Schaffner's. And then I will play a card off of my ability. It will be Chainsaw, spending all the secrets from Schaffner's, discarding Schaffner's. Okay, I love York. Min, you need to go fast. So you're going to shortcut yourself to the right. Then you're going to move here to the eastern patient wing. 2 shroud, 2 clues. After you end your turn at this location, take a horror and gain 2 resources. Don't need to do that. I don't recall if this place has victory. I think we need to just go fast. So, shortcut here. First action move. Second action move down here to the basement hall. Dank air drifted out of some of the darker hallways, Carolyn asked. Do some of these passageways lead underground? Nurse Heather nodded. It is a very old building, Doctor. 4 shroud, 2 clues, victory 1. After basement hall is revealed, put the 4 set-aside patient confinement locations into play. A cramped stone staircase leads deep underground to the basement level of the asylum. Cries and howls of anguish torment you from behind the wall's many iron doors. You can't imagine what it would be like to live your days in this place. 2 clues, victory 1, and the 4 Arkham patient confinements. Just gonna lay them out like this. Each of these say, as an additional cost to enter patient confinement, you must spend a clue. However we want these clues. 4. We're gonna investigate 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9 with her ability. 9 to 4. Oh, sorry, we also committed exactly 1 card, so we will analytical mind a hypochondria. After you take a damage, take a direct roll. That's fine. -1. We will first. I'm gonna scavenge this. Magnifying. Scavenge happens first because it's during step 6. So we will scavenge the magnifying glass back. Sorry, no, I haven't actually. This is not in my This is not in my discard pile yet, so I can't actually do that. Anyway, I'm going to discard the ice pick to get 2 clues, and that is her turn. Let's go to upkeep. York will draw. Look what I found. Ooh, that might be good. Gain a resource. Min will draw. Another scavenging. Not very useful. Gain a resource. Total of 6 out of 7 doom. I think we're doing good on pace. I think. York will draw. You cannot move more than once per turn. That's okay. Min will draw. Ooh, Gift of Madness Pity. You cannot attack possessed enemies. As an action, randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the active without looking at it. Discard this from your hand. That's fine. She's not going to attack things. So I think we're okay with that. Okay. I think York is going to check this out to see if there's victory. No. York needs to... Yeah. So York is going to discard Whispers in Your Head and then move down to Min. And... Sorry, this should have 3 supplies. And then Min is going to do some exploring. So again, I just want to make sure I shuffle these up. Oops, sorry. So Min is going to spend a clue and go to this one over here. The heavy metal door is firmly shut and locked from the outside. A thin slit that would allow you to peer inside the cell is stuck. 2 Shroud 1 clue. As an action, test Willpower X, where X is the amount of horror on you. If you succeed, you'll recognize the room. Remember that you recall the way out. Oh, there's 0 horror on us. That's good. So let's do that. We are 4-0. Oh, God. I think I'm okay taking an auto-fail with that. So let's do it again. -1. Okay. We realized the way out. That is our turns. York will draw bandages. Get a resource. Min will draw. Look what I found. Get a resource. Okay, I think we have enough clues at this point. We are going to advance. I forgot what happens. Hopefully it's not bad. The yellow sign. In the back of your mind, a force beckons. Have you seen it? It calls to you. Glimpsing something in your peripheral vision, you turn and find a familiar symbol peering back at you wherever you look. It is etched upon the doors, drawn on the walls, painted on the patient's canvases. You cannot escape it. Lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and shuffle it into the encounter deck without looking at it. Okay, so there's 1 in there. Check campaign log. If Constance Dumaine is not listed under the VIP slain, search the collection for Constance Dumaine, a little too sociable, and spawn her in the garden. However, we killed her, so that's good. So there's now 1 monster inside here. Okay, that was done. And a final agenda. His domain. Flee. Flee while you still can. Forced. When you would place an enemy beneath the act deck, shuffle that enemy into the encounter deck instead. Alright, and our encounter cards. York is going to draw. Haunted Patient spawns here, nearest Asylum Halls. Min will draw the yellow sign. Oh, okay, that's good. We are 4-4 on this. Taking 2 horror, that's fine. We have our courage asset. -3, we fail. We will take 2 horror, which will kill this courage asset, which is a resourceful. Huh, that's funny. And we will search our deck for a madness. I don't think we have any though. Nope. Wow, it did prevent the king in yellow from popping. That was neat. Okay, and that is her encounter card. So Min is going to walk back and over here. We're going to spend a clue. This is 2 actions. Let's see what happens. Dreary Cell. As an action, test 2 intellect to speak to the patient here. If you succeed, you are able to interpret her ravings. Remember that you know the guard's patrols. A chill gloom envelops this windowless cell. Being locked in here for a day would be torturous, let alone for months. Oh, yeah, we can try that. 4 or 5. 5 to 2. Let's commit this perception and use our ability to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2. We committed exactly 1 card, so we will draw from Analytical Mind. It is the Necronomicon. It's pretty good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. 8, 2, 2. That is a -1. We do not fail. We do this thing. Okay, hopefully next turn I think we can do this, because Will has no clues right now, which is a bit of a bummer. He could get some clues, but I think he's just going to kill this guy. So move up here. This guy engages him. Chainsaw. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. We take a horror. But that's annoying. I don't think there's a way for us to do that testlessly though, so we're going to have to take it. We're at 3-6 now. -4, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were 7 to 2. We were good. Okay, we killed the haunted patient. We can play something for our discard pile. I think it's actually going to be the cherished keepsake now, because I think we're worried about horror. So that's that. Last action, move down here. She's up there. Okay, let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw, hit me, gain a resource. Min will draw resourceful. There's some luckies in the discard pile. That's pretty good. Gain a resource. We are 1 of 8. Yorick will draw. Descend into Madness. Oh, he lost an action. So he has 2 actions now. And he has a Seer of the Sign. Damage, damage. Damage, damage. 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 Min will draw. Roach Swarm. Oh, God. Oops, sorry. Might be able to evade Roach Swarm. It's not terrible. Would be like 4 to 3. That's actually pretty bad. It's not terrible. It's pretty bad. Okay. Yorick could move there, kill the Roach Swarm. That would be his turn. That's not terrible. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Yorick is going to move, take a damage from attack of opportunity, so a total of 3. Last action, because he lost an action, he's going to attack the Roach Swarm. 4, 5, 5 to 3. Yeah, we're going to commit this knife and use Min's ability to go 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. -1. Roach Swarm is dead. From our discard pile, we will play the Schaffners for 2. Comes with 5 secrets. Okay, that's his turn. God, this sucks, but Min's gonna have to do it. Move, move, spend a clue. If this is Daniel, I'm really too scared. Oh, fuck. Of course it is. Forced. After patient confinement is revealed, advance to Act 2B. Daniel's windowless cell is hopelessly dank and grim. The walls are covered in erratic scribbling, which upon further inspection appears to be passages from the King in Yellow. Daniel's warning. When you enter his cell, you find Daniel huddled in a corner of the room, sobbing and rocking back and forth on the ground. No mask, no mask, he stammers over and over. You help him to his feet and ask him what he remembers about the King in Yellow, but he interrupts you. Don't speak his name, he explains frantically, his eyes wide with a yellow glow. Nigel made us speak his name. He made us speak the oath, and now he lives inside us, controlling us. Don't you understand? He rambles on. The man approaches wearing a crazed expression, and you take a wary step backward. We spoke his name, and the price was paid. Hastur, Hastur, O King! Then suddenly he transforms before your very eyes. His bones twist and snap. His body warps grotesquely. The symbol carved into his forehead burns bright, and a yellow glow emanates from within his body. He lunges to attack you. Spawn the set aside Daniel Chesterfield, enemy side, face up, at patient confinement, Daniel's cell. Okay, so that is this guy. Whoop! Okay, at least that's what's left of him. 3 fight 4 health 3 of 8 humanoid possessed elite prey highest combat. As an action, if you control clasp of black onyx parlay, you show Daniel the clasp and he staggers backwards, collapsing into a motionless husk. Add into the victor's play. Funny enough, currently impossible. I love how they put it there. That's so weird. So we cannot attack possessed enemies. We are currently yeah. Man. If this Seer of the Sign didn't show up, that would have been so much better, I think. Anyway, last action, this has 1 clue. And so does this place. We can try to evade. Yeah, sure. We're gonna commit this resourceful to go 2, use her ability to go 2, 3, 4. We committed exactly 1 card, so we draw a card. It is an old keyring. We are 4 to 3. That puts us to the -1 threshold for the skull, which is why I did that. I think that's good enough. It's the best we can do, obviously, so we'll see. Ooh! Okay, Elder Sign. +1. You may choose a skill committed to this skill test to return to its owner's hand after this test ends. Great! So we get the resourceful back. However, we also resolve the resourceful since it's after the skill test ends. We get a survivor card, which is going to be a lucky. Oh, right. That's right. That's why I did that. And then we succeed. So Daniel Chesterfield is evaded. Okay. Enemy phase. I'm not going to exhaust him. He'll be back on us in a sec. This guy hits us for 1. Just 1. And then let's go to upkeep. This guy will ready back onto Min. William will draw an emergency cash level 3. Min will draw deduction level nothing. Okay. 2 DM out of 8. Please, no more enemies on York. Okay, okay. Nearest asylum halls, we're good. Min will draw. Wall is closing in. Her shroud is 2. She's 2-2. Sorry, she's 4-2 right now. That'll have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I had to discard a card. It'll be this old key ring, I guess. Okay, she's 4-2. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't actually read the new act. Whoops. That might have mattered. Planning the escape. With or without Daniel, you have to get out of this place as soon as you can. Ignore text on reveal side. If 4 of the following are true. Okay, sorry, we should have we should have advanced. An orderly's a way out. Okay, we'll get to that in a sec. An orderly's scream echoes across the hall. Within moments, an alarm rings loudly throughout the institution. Nurses and guards rush to the asylum in a desperate attempt to control the situation. You feel dazed and your vision is spotty, as though you've been struck by something heavy. The walls blur together and twist. Creatures begin to emerge out of crevices and corners that did not exist moments before. So, I'm going to take these back. Shuffle the encounter discard pile in each enemy beneath the act deck into the encounter deck. So that's these, without looking at them. If at least 3 monsters, 1, 2, 3, yes, were shoveled into the encounter deck by this effect, the investigator with the lowest willpower discards card from the top of the encounter deck until a monster enemy is discarded and chooses that enemy, and draws that enemy. Okay. Least willpower is York. So actually, yeah, this would have been before Min evaded Daniel Chesterfield. Sorry about that, lots of moving parts. Forgot the whole 3 monster enemies. I might have taken a few auto fails if I knew that was the case. Oh well. That elder thing is pretty rough. It's the hardest token in here for sure. Okay. So York's going to discard until he gets a monster. That's not a monster. Let me just quickly, let's do it over here. I'll just get rid of this. Oh, Jesus. We got an Asylum Gorger. Let me just make sure. Does it say spawning Gorger and get with you or draw it? Draws that enemy. Okay. Asylum Gorger is a 4 fight, 4 health, 4 evade enemy monster abomination. It spawns in the basement halls. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. It cannot make attacks opportunity and cannot attack during the same phase it moved from its hunter keyword. Oh, that's still bad. Oh, jeez. Okay. Then this guy attacked. We did that. That guy would have been evaded. Then we put a Doom. Then we draw encounter cards. York will draw Ooze and Filth. Min will draw cannot commit skill cards to skill test. That's annoying. Okay. That's bad. We need to kill that right now. I think we have to take a turn off for Min. Yeah. Min just needs to survive. So, York, Chainsaw. Chainsaw the Seer, the sign. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Oh, other sign. If this test is successful, return a card from your discard with your hand. Bury them deep. Oh, Jesus. And I'm gonna use it on this fucker. This guy, how does this guy not have victory? Seriously. Okay, we defeated an enemy so we can play a card. What are we playing? Nothing. There's nothing that doesn't take up hand slots. Yeah. Okay, then we move here. This guy engages us. Chainsaw again. Commit a vicious blow. Yeah, this is the only way it works. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 4. Zero. Okay. So we deal 4 damage. Then we will beat cop, bandages. If bandage has no supplies, yep. To kill the Asylum Gorger. We will play Bury Them Deep. Put them in the victor display. Get out of here. We defeated an enemy. Play something from our discard pile. It'll be the bandages. And we'll spend 2 Alpha Schaffners to do that. Beat cop, never die. Okay, that was Will's turn. Min. You cannot commit skill cards to skill tests. So that bungs this resourceful. Do you have lucky? Does not have alert. So sure, let's try and evade. Actually, no, I do not want to do that. I'm going to skip my whole turn. So she takes a damage and a horror. Damage leads to a direct horror. So total of 3 damage, and then a horror from the attack and a direct horror from the hypochondria. And that is their turns. Let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw Unscrupulous Loan. I actually don't think we need to play that anymore, this scenario. Gain a resource. Min will drop a flashlight. Gain a resource. Just make sure that this is in the foreground. Okay, then we have 3 of 8. This is gone. I didn't read the act. What am I doing? Jesus. No asylum. All hell has broken loose. Ignore the things. The garden gains. If there are no ready enemies in the garden, resign. If each undefeated investigator has resigned to advance. We need to resign right now. York will draw. Yellow sign. Yes, we have teddy bear. Totally fine. 3 to 4. Zero. Fail. Okay. Sorry. Bandages should have 3 resources. 3 supplies. 1, 2, 3. We take 2 horror. Kill the cherished keepsake. Search deck for madness weakness. He is not a madness. Shuffle deck. Oh god, the man in the pallid mask is a ready enemy. Oh god. Min. Cannot trigger action abilities on locations. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Yorick. Move in here. Play emergency cash 3 to put 4 supplies on the chainsaw. Attack with the chainsaw to Daniel Chesterfield. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Skull, -1. We are good. 3 damage. Beat cop. Sorry. Beat cop. Bandages. Kill Daniel. Good. That's it. Daniel dead. Good. Min. 1, 2. Now here's the question. Do we go to the infirmary? I can't remember if it has victory. I think we have time. The scratched plaque on the wooden door reads infirmary. This must be where the doctors treat their patients. It does. 3 shroud, 2 clues. As an action, heal a damage and take a direct horror, or heal a horror and take a direct damage. Limit once per round. Our methods are proven. Oops. How many moves is that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. Okay, upkeep. Yorick will draw the Man of the Pallid Mask. Farthest location, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get one, so sure, why not? Well, Min should be able to do that. Get a resource. If that bones us, I'm going to be very sad. Min will draw an old keyring. I'm fairly confident to discard cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, sorry. We should have discarded cards a lot of cards before. Flashlight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Scavenging. Look what I found. Okay, sorry about that. I hadn't played any of those cards anyway, so it's fine. Okay, upkeep. 4 of 8. Yorick will draw. Spawn of Holly. Fuck you. I should have used the chainsaw. Kill, move. Take a horror and gain 2 resources. God, we're getting a little slow. Min will draw. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yorick, chainsaw. Four, 5, 6. What are we doing? 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4. Where do we commit? Yep. Derringer. To go 8 to 4. My +1, good. Beat Cop plus bandages, we'll kill it. Play the Cherished Keepsake from our discard pile. 2 actions, move. I'm gonna take the hit just for action's sake. Min, investigate using Archaic Glyphs, 4, 5, 6. We cannot commit skill cards. And yeah. So this is the one I need to worry about because the resign is an action on the location, so I don't want to do that. Also, technically, it's not there right now because the Man in the Pallid Mask is there, but we'll do that when we come to it. So fuck it, commit the Necronomicon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Use our ability 12. We're using Archaic Glyphs to go 12 to 3. We committed 1 card, so we'll... No, I'm not going to do that. Skull is -1, so we are a bajillion. Get 2 clues. Oops. And then double action, move. Okay, so sorry. Will ended his turn there, so he takes a horror on the Cherished Keepsake, and he gains 2 resources. Okay, enemy phase, this guy hits us for a damage. That guy doesn't move, we're good. Upkeep, Yorick will draw, look what I found. Gain a resource. Min will draw. The King in Yellow. I think that's actually fine now. Is it? I'm actually wrong. We should have gained 2 resources because of Dr. Mylan, by the way, so get that. Okay. 5 of 8. I think we're going to be okay. Yorick draws walls closing in. He's assessing 3 to 2. He has no commits, so we'll do it. 3 to 2. +1. Okay, good job. Min will draw. Another wall's closing in. She is also 4 to 2. And yeah. -2. Wow. Getting super lucky today. Oh, okay. Okay. Yorick. Chainsaw. Haunted Patient. Sorry, we take a horror. So the Cherished Keepsake is dead. plus -1. We're good. Kill the thing. Play the cheers. Keep sick again. And then double move. 1, 2. Min, double move up here to the garden. The lone statue stands sentinel over the garden. Cold winds causes dead leaves to roll gently across the garden path. 3 shroud, 2 clues. As an action, if there are no clues to the garden, test 2 foot. If you succeed, remember that you distracted the cards. We don't need to do that anymore. 2 guards in white uniforms stand by the gate to the garden, keeping watch. 2 clues. We haven't quite... Oh, we don't actually have skill cards. That's the problem. Yeah, we cannot commit skill cards. We also cannot commit more than 1... We cannot commit 1 or 2 cards. So we have to investigate 4, 5, 6, 6 to 5. We have a lucky. I think we're okay. We're going to investigate the man in the pallid mask. We are 4, 5, 6 with our magnifying glass and Dr. Mylan. 6 against 5. We can play events, right? Just want to make sure. You cannot commit skill cards. Cannot trigger action abilities on locations. Cannot attack possessed enemies. Yeah, we're good. -2. We fail by 1. We will lucky out of that. Okay. So we defeat the man in the pallid mask. And we get a tally mark. We are currently 5, chasing the strangers. Very, very good about that. All right, that was her last action. It all comes down to this, I think. Let's go to upkeep. Yorick will draw, overpower, gain a resource. Min will draw. Dr. Mylan, who cares? I have your clone here, buddy. Gain a resource. Okay, there is 6 out of 8 doom. Yorick will draw. Cannot trigger lightning bolt abilities. That's okay. Min will draw. Dance to the Old King. There are no possessed enemies in play. Gain Surge. Cannot play events. Oh, okay. We're good. First action. Randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it. So, when we place it beneath the act deck, instead, we're going to shuffle it into the encounter deck. So we're going to do this. It doesn't matter. We're not going to draw any cards because this is gone. Then she's going to resign. There are no ready enemies there. Yorick is going to move and resign. Whew. Wow. Oh my god. I feel like these scenarios are just very tense. Except for the last one, of course. The last one was pretty easy. But as always, this one is always so tense. So good. Super good. Alright, so let us resolve the final act. Escape. If you took the keys by force, we did not. The guards are too busy controlling the situation and restraining the asylum patients to notice your escape. Resolution 3. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, we didn't see any other victory enemies, but I'm okay with that. Honestly, we were doing pretty close. Resolution 3, is that right? Yes. Okay, here we are. And let's zoom in. There we are. Resolution 3. Each defeated investigator should resolve investigator defeat first. No one was defeated. With the asylum staff distracted and patients running amok, you were able to slip away without being noticed. You escaped deeper into the garden behind the asylum, where a 2-story tall fence topped with barbed wire is all that separates you from the outside world. You have little time and need to make it far away from the asylum before the guards return and spot you. Using a straitjacket you'd found inside to cover the barbed wire, you scale the fence quickly, breaking into a run as you make it to the other side. In your campaign level core, the investigators escape the asylum. We earn victory X, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we earn 5. Good. So they each have 6 to work with. If Constance Dumaine is in the victory's play, we're fine. Remove the things. Add 2 other things. Okay, we're sticking with the other things. Proceed to Interlude 2, Lost Soul. All right, so let's do that. Where is it? There it is. If an investigator resigned with the asset version of Daniel Chesterfield under their control, no. If the enemy version of Daniel Chesterfield was in play when the scenario ended, no. If neither of the above are true, proceed to Daniel did not survive. You decide to lay low for some time in Ma's boarding house. Oh, I'm sorry. It's all the way down here. Daniel did not survive because we killed him. We killed him. You decide to lay low for some time in Ma's boarding house, unsure whether news of the events at the asylum will get... wait, hold on. What am I doing? Sorry. Okay, let me start over. You decide to lay low for some time in Ma's boarding house, unsure whether news of the events at the asylum will get out to the general public. You take this time to make extensive notes of the events you've experienced thus far, including the brief dialogue between you and Daniel. He'd spoke of the King in Yellow as if it were an actual being, and even named it, Hastur. He'd rambled and muttered and screeched other phrases as well. You doubt you'll ever forget them. He made us speak the oath. The price was paid. They're opening the path to Carcosa. Roll credits. For hours you think about Daniel's warning to you, which he begged you to heed. Do not speak his name. His final moments play out in your mind over and over again. The investigators must decide. Possession? Oaths? There must be another explanation for all of this. Proceed to ignore the warning. We must heed Daniel's warning. We must not speak the name of the King in Yellow. Proceed to heed the warning. Of course we're heeding the warning. It's the only conviction thing we're going to do in this route. Heed the warning. For hours you struggle with the insight into the King in Yellow. What is true? What is real? Only you can sort through this madness. In your campaign log, record that you heeded Daniel's warning. Mark 2 conviction. We currently have 3 doubt and 2 conviction. Each investigator earns 1 additional experience, so we have 7 now. 7. Okay, for the remainder of the campaign, any time an investigator speaks the name of that boy aloud during a scenario or during the setup of a scenario, that investigator must immediately take 1 horror. Proceed to scenario 5, the Phantom of Truth. All right. Okay, yes, so heeding the warning is the only conviction thing we're going to be doing because we got to do it. Come on. But other than that, that is this scenario. It got a little close at the end. I'm a little sad we didn't get any of the other victory enemies out, but honestly, we were a little swamped. Min had to go deal with Daniel for a while. We got a VP out of that, so it's not too bad. All right, so let me go clean this up and talk about upgrades. So they both had 7 experience to spend. Yorick has spent his experience on Chainsaw and another Emergency Cache 3. I think this combo is pretty good, and I'm excited to try it out some more. Of course, we're going to be replacing the 2 machetes with it. I think the machete has been, it's good, obviously, but I think that we're missing the combat boost from the other weapons, so we're going to take those out. For Min, we're going to take our 2nd copy of Ice Pick level 3. And then for our 4 remaining experience, we're going to get a Pathfinder and a Higher Education. I mean, they're both just great cards. Might as well take them, since I'm not playing Taboo. And we're going to be replacing the Inquiring Man and the Flashlight with those. All right, so that was the Unspeakable Oath. Love this scenario. As always, it gets super tense by the end, but always seems to pull through. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. Until next time, this has been SuperFang99, signing off.